Well, as you can tell, we got a little work to do. I gotta get the lawnmower fixed. I gotta get the belt back on that riding lawnmower. 7th of June, northern Wisconsin, 64 degrees. And a nice breeze off the lake. We're gonna start cleaning up the brush. But haven't seen the porcupine. Alright, we just got up here. Had to go get a bunch of water. The garden is bone dry. Some real tall looking asparagus. Now that asparagus there is like 2 to 3 years old. And I don't know if she'll get anything edible off that this year or not. We'll find out. That's the rhubarb. Really going to seed there. We'll probably have to see if we can't pick a little bit more of that. Okay, right there, that's the cucumber plants. They survive pretty good. Put a little water in them also. We go over here, and these are the tomato plants, and they're really starting to grow. We'll put a little fertilizer on them and see what happens. And there's the third tomato plant right there. There's the other pepper plant. And like I said, one's red and one's green. And but they're looking good. Okay, that's a Minnesota midget cantaloupe. There's another one, and there's another one, and then those 3 right there are watermelon. There's a little bit coming up there. Okay, that right there is the celery and the strawberry plants that we planted, and we weren't up there for almost 2 weeks, and there was no rain whatsoever. So they took a little beating, but we just watered them real good, and I think they'll come back. And we go down to that end down there. That's where the asparagus is coming along, and some of it got a little yellow, but there's a lot of it that is nice and green. I think that stuff will keep on coming. And then this is where we had the potato, and right there, that guy right there in the middle, right there, that is, what that says is that's a potato, volunteer potato. So we got 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5. We might even get a couple pounds of potatoes out of this thing. We're just going to leave them grow and see what happens. That there is the honeycrisp tree. That's the one where the graft broke. We tied it up and we just sprayed it with a little neem oil. There's the honeycrisp we planted this year. That's the replacement that Gurney sent us for the one where the graft broke. This guy right here is the Sweet 16. I always want to call it a tango, but it's a Sweet 16. And that one's also growing pretty doggone good. If you look all the way up there. And so this is their second full year on these, and these are all sprayed with neem oil. Helps protect against the bugs. Looking pretty good. Alright, that's the honeycrisp. That's growing pretty doggone good since we came up here. We get a lot of water, so that'll help. Okay, that's the asparagus. That's all looking good. And we put well over 100 gallons of water on the garden with a strip up there. And if you look, there's the other apple tree right there that we planted. They are looking good. And along there You can't see it because of the grass clippings, but a lot of the asparagus is coming along. And then you see these green outbursts here, like that one there, and like that one there, and that one there. That's all volunteer potatoes from a couple years ago. And there's some asparagus. Again, there's some asparagus that's growing up okay. And that's strawberries. Those little plants is the celery that survived. And hopefully they'll keep coming up. We have to go back to the cities now for some business we got to take care of. So 4 days up here taking care of the garden. And over here, this is that sweet tango, and that's looking a lot better now with all the water we gave it. So things are coming along. I don't see any blossoms yet. I was kind of hoping at least you see one blossom this year, but maybe not. There's our bush cucumbers. My daughter says she guarantees a whole crop of cucumbers. And that's one of the tomatoes. You can tell they've grown since we've been up here in just a few days. And they really look good because there's blossoms on those tomatoes right there now. I see one down in there. Yeah. And that's another tomato. And those peppers, they've got blossoms on them. Yep, they're coming out. They got some blossoms on them. That one does too. It's got some blossoms. What's that, neem oil, Debs?
Yeah, neem oil.
Neem oil for the apple trees. Minnesota midget and muskmelon. We got 3 hills of them. Those 3 right there that I just showed you. Minnesota midget is what they are. And then these watermelons, I don't know. I keep trying to grow them, but I never have any real luck on them. I made some rhubarb sauce out of that. It was really good. You guys make rhubarb sauce, put it on toast. It's really good. It's a sour jam. Okay, so I'm going to fix some more of that rhubarb, I think, before we go. Freeze it up for some. Oh, my daughter made a good rhubarb cake too. Really good, really good. Okay, that's about it. We're going to pull out of here tomorrow morning. Right now it's mosquito infested. And it's hot, and it's humid, and maybe some rain coming tonight. But this is how the whole garden looks there. There's a lot of weeds too, but that's what it looks like. We'll get something out of there if they get enough rain. We can get to go up here often enough. But that's enough for this year. The bugs are really bad, so they drive you right out of here. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do.